What is going on, everyone? How you doing? How you living? How you been? Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Clocking Out. I am your host, the man with the plan, Burt McGurk, aka PR, the King of Hearts. Today we're gonna be talking about the fear of starting. All right, let me actually put this up a little bit more. Not that high, not that high, not that high, not that high. Not that high. That's pretty good. All right, that's good. We're gonna be talking about the fear of starting today. We've touched on this topic before in season 1, and we revisited it in season 2. And today we're going to be doing it again for a third time because I believe it's very important. I've noticed that along with myself and many others out there, whether you're a content creator or not, whether it's on social media or just in your personal life with whatever goals that you're trying to accomplish, we all tend to have this fear of starting for whatever reason, whether it's breaking out of the norm, the consistency that we have of always doing the same thing repetitively and just getting too comfortable with it. And then when it comes time to actually change and break out of that, we have a hard time with it. We have a hard time with coping that change is good. Change is good. I'm trying to get more comfortable with the way I stream because I notice, like, if I'm more comfortable, I tend to talk a little more and it comes out for good content. Yesterday I found out something, editing content, that I didn't know I could do. It's made my life a shit ton easier. So I've been playing around with a few ideas. But anyway, let me get all my stuff over here. Good and going. What I wanted to talk about, or what we're going to be talking about today, is a bunch of different things that it has to do with the fear of starting, right? But we're what we want to focus on basically is breaking through any doubt that we have, whether it's doubt that we have that we put there ourselves, or that's there from other people around us that we manage to share our thoughts, our ideas, our passions with, and they tend to give us these things of like, are you sure you can do it? Are you sure you want to do that? Are you positive? Or I don't know, you could do that. A lot of it is always, I don't know, you could do it, or why would you want to do it? Because they put you in a position to make you feel like you're incapable of doing that thing. I'm going to tell you right now, ignore that shit. Ignore whoever makes you feel like that, because I'm going to tell you that if God, I'm a great believer in God, and if God put this thing in your mind, this vision, this thought, this idea, this passion, and you see it for a reason, and God has you seeing it for a reason, and you have it in your mind for a reason, you feel it in your heart for a reason, it's for a reason. Don't ignore it. Don't let anyone discourage you and make you veer from that path. Stick to it, follow your gut, and just take it. There's a reason for it. There's a method to the madness when it comes to things like that. So don't let anyone ever discourage you or be the reason of doubt in your mind. What's going on, Bar Locker? Thank you for tuning in. Bar Locker is kicking it with us in the chat right now on Twitch. Bar Locker has a great collection of cards that he makes. I've gotten some, and I haven't shared with anyone yet what we're going to be doing, but that's part of a few giveaways also as well. This week, our giveaway is a VeeFriends graded card. Just a reminder to everyone, shout out, matter of fact, to everyone on Twitch and YouTube and X. We're streaming on all 3 platforms today, so make sure that you're following and subscribe to Clocking Out. Make sure you're joining us in the chat. If so, say hi. And you are eligible to claim a POAP. So, Bar Locker, my man, I'll be sending you a link in a few so that you can claim today's POAP. Today, there's 2 POAPs. One POAP you can claim while you are active in the chat during the live stream. And another one is for anyone who's unable to join live, because I understand 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is a little conflicting with many people's schedules. And I know everyone's just getting home and they're getting situated and they, so I wanted to think of other people too who would still like to show love and support and take part in the giveaway. So for those people who would like to do that and can't join the live, all you have to do is check out the live stream. I'll be asking questions during the live, and all you need to do is respond to those questions. Make a post answering a question and what you learned from that experience, make sure that you tag and mention clocking out, and you qualify to get the second POAP. That's simple. And if you join the live stream and you claim the first POAP, there's nothing stopping you from going after the second one, just to make it very clear. And at the end of the week, we'll be holding a giveaway, giving away, because you guys voted. We put up a thing for you guys to vote on X, and you guys voted that you wanted this week's giveaway prize to be a VeeFriends graded card. So we're going to be giving a CGC VeeFriends graded card. Random. I don't even know what it is yet. It's going to be random. I have a whole bunch of them. So it could be a low graded card. It could be a high graded card. It could be something exclusive. It could be something from Gary V's personal collection. Who knows? I don't know what it's going to land on. Honestly, it's going to be real random. But in order to participate in that giveaway, you will need to have one of the POAPs that we are giving away this week. We are going live, and we've been live already on Monday. We were live once Monday night. Today we are live, and Friday night we'll be live again at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And each day we're giving away 2 POAPs, one for those who participate and join us in the live stream in the chat, and those who cannot participate and still would like to show love and support after the fact. But doesn't stop the people who join the live stream from claiming the second one either. And the more POAPs you have, the higher chance you have of winning. And there's utility behind these, for the POAPs, for the giveaways, but not only that, we'll be using them in the future as well. So the more POAPs you collect from clocking out, the more advantages you'll have in the future for future giveaways. Just keep that in mind. So Bar Locker, thank you. And in the future, these POAPs we can use in combinations with a giveaway we'll be doing with Bar Locker stuff. We're going to be doing another, I don't know what you would call it, a tally, a multiple choice question or whatever, and we're going to post it up. And one of his cards are going to be up there that he sells on his website that you guys can go and check out, of the exclusive things that he makes and designs that I think is really dope. I really like playing cards. Yo, what's going on, Robert Pop? Yo, shout out to you, Robert. You started following me on YouTube. Shout out to you. I saw you. Thank you. I subscribed back to you. I really appreciate the love. You said good morning. What time is it over there? It's 7 p.m. over here. I'm in Long Island, New York. Where you at, Robert? But Robert, you too, my man. You qualify for a POAP. I'm going to have to, I don't know how it works. Are you following me anywhere else, Robert? Make sure that you're following Clocking Out on, wait, hold on. Can I even put up a link? How can I put up a link real quick? Let me see if I can do this real quick on here. I got you, Robert. Give me a second. Stay connected. We're going to go here. We're going to copy. We're going to go here. You're on YouTube. We're going to go on YouTube. Who's live? Right here. I got you, Robert. I'm about to post something right now. Hold on. I got you, Robert. Why doesn't it let me do this? All right. Why doesn't it let me do this? Yes. Okay. Oh, man. Why isn't it letting me do this? It's not letting me chat. Why can I not chat on my own chat? All right, Robert. I'm going to find a way to get this to you. There's or if not, wherever, actually, yeah, on the YouTube. If you go to the YouTube, wherever you're watching, you'll be able to click the link in the description and follow me on anywhere else. I'm not sure. The only reason I'm saying that is that I'm not sure. I'm not too familiar with YouTube as far as if you can send messages. So I'm going to try to send you a message over there. I just updated this. Let me see if it'll actually do it. Oh, yes, it actually did. I got you, Robert. My bad, guys. I'm trying to I'm trying to be more active and elusive when it comes to this stuff. All right, so I just put it in the chat. You can click that link, Robert, and it's only showing up on YouTube, nowhere else right now for some reason. That's nice. Bar Locker, I hope you heard me, because I thought you would see the message I put, and it shows that it's not connected to Twitch. I don't know what's going on. That's great. Anyway, shout out to everyone who's tuning in. We got 14 viewers right now. We got 9 on X. We got 3 on YouTube. We got 2 on Twitch. Thank you guys for showing love and support. I truly appreciate it. Barlacher and Robert, I'll be sending you guys over 2 links for the Clocking Out Poe app for the live stream. Don't forget, you can also qualify to claim the second Poe app for after the stream. Matter of fact, maybe we can make it interesting and do it during the stream. If you're still hanging out during the stream and you answer the question in the chat, I'll give you the credit for the second Poe app. All right. We're going to be asking questions during the live stream. Feel free to participate in the chat. Anyone, if you're watching this after the fact that we are live, if you participate and you answer any of the questions, make sure that you tag or mention Clocking Out, and you can also qualify to claim a Poe app. Now, remember, each Poe app is a limited quantity of how many we have, so it's first come, first serve. So those who complete the tasks and participate to actually qualify will actually be able to claim a Poe app. All right, we got to keep it fair for everybody. Again, for any more information pertaining to Clocking Out, to pertaining to Poe apps, to pertaining to how we're doing this, and you want more information, go check out clockingout.net. So today we are talking about fear of getting started, right? Let's get this started. Fear of getting started. So first of all, thank you all for coming. I truly appreciate you guys coming and kicking it with me. Like I said, I know this is around the time that everyone's just getting home and you're getting situated. So 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is pretty rough for a lot of people to come and join. So I do appreciate you guys taking the time to come and kick it with me. And what is this? Why is it saying, am I still on? I am still on. Why am I getting a warning thing? Sorry, guys. Yes, everything is connected. Why is it saying it's not? You guys hear me, right? Yeah, I'm still here. Why is it saying? All right. I'm sorry, guys. Some warning thing came up. I don't know what's going on. Or is it just telling me that the chat isn't working? All right. So what stops you from starting your passion project? Like what like everyone gets to it at some point, but what stops you from starting it right away? Like my thing is like with Clocking Out, I had this idea for years. I came up with this idea back in like 2013, but it wasn't for the podcast. Clocking Out was originally supposed to be, or was going to be, a title for a mixtape that I was doing because I'm an independent music artist. A lot of people don't know that about me. I was very successful when I was younger and I did a lot of underground stuff. I did get my album on, like when it first came out, was iTunes and all that stuff like that. And it was pretty big because no one was doing things like that at the level that I was. And I don't mean it, I mean it backwards from the way that you're taking it. I don't mean it like I was so high status level. I mean I was at a low level doing big things like putting my music on Apple. I mean on not Apple Podcasts, on Apple Music and or iMusic or whatever it was at the time. And I had no reason to do it other than the fact that it just looked good and sounded good, where it started getting closer and closer around the time that I did that, to the point where it's very easy for people to just do that. It's like now you can easily put your stuff on Spotify. You just go on there to the Spotify creator. If you don't know, you go to the Spotify creator website, you create an account and you put it, whether you're an artist, a podcaster, content, like whatever. They have different things now because you can add video also, but you put whatever type of creator that you are, subject or title or genre, and you can create an account, you can upload. And it took over, I forgot what it was. It was damn, I forgot what it used to be called. It used to be something else that was like a thing where you would upload and it would connect to all multiple audio streaming platforms. And Spotify bought that and it owns it. So now it's Spotify Creator or something like that. And basically, as soon as you upload it, it uploads it to everything. It goes to Apple Music, iHeart. I don't know if it's iHeart. Let me not lie. I don't think it's iHeart Music, but it's it goes to Google Play, Apple Podcasts, or Apple, like depending on what you're doing, Apple Music, Spotify. It goes across all audio streaming platforms. But then again, you can also add video streaming stuff onto it also. So there's different combinations of thing, and I digress. I'm getting into other stuff. But anyway, it was a lot harder to do it back then. But I had a lot of excuses as to, oh no, I'm not signed to a big label. I'm not this, I'm not that. And I noticed that to do those things, I started going through the steps that I saw in order to get on Apple Music or iMusic, whatever it was called back then. You had to actually be a legitimate artist that had like some type of a track record. They want to be able to look for you online and see that you have something, see that you have multiple social media platforms, that you have a video, something on YouTube, something on, back then was MySpace, something on Facebook, something like all these different things. They want to make sure that when they look at you, you have a whole bunch of stuff that is credible. Is this thing moving? Is credible to who you are as an artist before they just throw you on their thing, right? So I went through all those steps. I made myself a legitimate artist. I copywrote the name. I went and I started an independent music label. I called it Above Average. What else? I did everything. I went and did an album. I did it legitimate. I did everything. I went through disc makers, like all the things that I saw big time artists doing. I took the steps and I did it myself so I could check off those boxes. So when I went to go sign up for those websites or whatever, I was actually I was legitimate enough for them to accept me and put me on there. And it made me look even better. So when I went to go and try to book shows and stuff, I'm like, look, like I got a CD that's a legitimate CD made from disc makers that make all the big time music artist CDs and album covers and all that things like that. I recorded at an official music recording studio. I have it on iTunes. I was able to show all this stuff that a lot of other independent artists trying to get gigs and work couldn't do. So it made me look a lot better. And back then, that's when everything was starting to what it is right now on social media, where everyone kind of fakes the funk to make it look like that at a certain level with whatever they're doing. And that attracts a lot of followers and stuff. And it looks like a lot of things are going on. But what I've noticed is that just because it looks like you're doing a lot doesn't mean a lot is actually happening. And that's what's going on right now with social media. A lot of people claim that they're doing that and they're doing this. But in all honesty, it's just a lot of posting and a lot of sharing that all this stuff is going on. But in actuality, a lot of people haven't even started that passion project. They haven't started even moving towards whatever it is that they really want to do. So I know for myself, what was stopping me at first from starting my passion project, from doing anything like this, was a lot of the stuff of being judged. Right. When I did independent music, everyone knew I did music. I did it in school and everything like that. But I was really cocky with it because of the fact that I've never really heard anyone say that I sucked. I never heard anyone say that I was bad. And if I did, it was very obvious that it was people who were just jealous at the fact that I was getting attention at the age that I was. And I would mostly hear it from older people. So I was very young and I was in the crowd with the older people. And being the fact that I was very confident in my lyrical content and in my skill to execute and get people's attention and have presence and entertain and all that shit like that, like I loved it. I enjoyed it. I never got scared of getting the microphone and going on stage. And because of that, I got real cocky with it. And that confidence like really bled through everything I was saying and doing. Like, and whenever it came to music and performing, I was there. Like, you knew I walked in the room. Like, I made sure that motherfuckers knew I was there. But when it was anything else, I'd be the quiet ghost. Like, you wouldn't even know I was present for anything else. I'd be in the back somewhere blending in. And I was really good at like disappearing and being invisible. But when it came to music, I wanted everyone to know I was there. I wanted everyone to know I was listening. I wanted people to feel uncomfortable to know I was listening and be like, oh shit, he's here. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it got to that point, but it was because I loved it so much without thinking twice that's why I got so cocky with it. And a lot of older people that had a lot more time in the game and more experience they wouldn't like that. They wouldn't like my cockiness. I would go and do talent shows and I'd win over people. Like, I was like 13, 14 years old winning talent shows against people that were 18, 19, 20 years old. You know what I mean? Like, it was little things like that. And they looked at it like, oh, you're just young. And they look at it like it's a young kid spitting. But then it would be contests where they wouldn't even know I was young. And we would hand in like audio things and they would just go by lyrical content. And then they would find out after the fact that I won. Like, when I would go to collect a prize, or they take pictures of the group and everyone who like, they'd see like, yo, who the fuck are you? And I'd be the youngest one there. And I'm like, yo, I'm PR. Like, they were like, you're the one who won? Like, who wrote your shit? Who that? And then I would have to prove it by doing freestyles right there on the spot and start like, so little things like that, like being that I was so cocky and confident in my skill and ability to execute, I knew that no one could touch me, or I haven't met anyone that was able to like come close to what I was doing. And I wasn't scared of it. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like going to the gym and working out and you knowing you can knock out 100 push-ups. And then for some random reason, you just end up in a situation out of work, out of like, you're just hanging out with random people at a party or something. And some random guy goes, yeah, I bet you can't do 100. Like, you're just in that situation where you're prepared and no one expected you to be prepared to bust out 100 push-ups just because you do 100 regularly on the daily. Like, it's nothing to you and they don't expect it. It's like a situation like that, like you're prepared for it and you didn't even know that that opportunity was going to come your way. So it's like I was always in it. And the thing was, is like for anyone else trying to do something that they're really not into and they're consistently practicing and trying to like, it's going to become annoying. The repetitiveness is going to become annoying. But when I did music, it's like I would have like my mom or like any like I would stay up hours and being like it was back then, like it was hard. It's not like as easy as it is now where you have everyone and their mom has a phone and Wi-Fi is free and all that shit. Like it was not like that back in the day. You either had a CD player or you didn't. You had a CD player, tape player, or you didn't have nothing. You know what I mean? And then when you were home, like you either had to have headphones connected to the big stereo shit, or if not, you would have to have it mad because everybody would hear it. So my thing was I would listen to instrumental CDs and I would keep playing it over and over and over and over and over. And my house would get so fucking annoyed of hearing the same beat again and again and again and again. And it wouldn't be just for like an hour or two. It would be all day from like fucking as soon as if I didn't have school, you were fucked. You were hearing the same shit all day from like 7 in the morning all the way to like 11, 12, 1 o'clock in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Like all day. And if I had school, as soon as I got home from school, I did my homework. If I did my homework, and then I just go back to the music and the beats and over and over. The reason why, and I'm saying all this for a reason, the reason why I would repeat it over and over is because I would repeat the lyrics over and over in my head. Now you're probably asking, all right, why the fuck didn't you just write the shit down? I couldn't. I was dyslexic. I was illiterate. I didn't know the difference between my colors. I didn't like, it was real bad. I was bad in school. I was really bad in school. I didn't want to learn or pay it like, and it really caught up on me. I didn't know how to spell. I didn't know how to read. I didn't know how, I didn't know how to do a lot of basic stuff. Like I didn't know how to spell stop. Stop, S-T-O-P. I could not spell that when I was younger. It's embarrassing, but I'm comfortable enough to say that now because I've learned. I've grown because of it, and I've learned, and I'm cocky again because I went through the hard way of learning how to read and write and all that shit like that. Like I'm not perfect. I'm still kind of dyslexic. I'm not gonna lie. That's why sometimes when y'all hit me up, I kind of struggle to read the names a little bit. But but at the end of the day, like I went through that so that I can make music. That's how much I love making music. It wasn't because I was thinking about followers or how much money I was going to get from it or the attention or nothing. It was the only thing that I was good at that I wanted to make sure I could get really good at. Like I wasn't good at basketball. I wasn't good at football. I wasn't good at math. I couldn't read. I couldn't. But when it came to beats, I was good at making these songs and these stories up and these lyrics and making them rhyme and people loved it. And I got people's attention and I saw that as my meal ticket. I'm like, yo, this is my way out. This is my so I put everything into it and I learned how to read and write the hard way. But before I could, all I could do was use my memory. So I would listen to the beat over and over and over. And then I'd repeat the lyrics over and over and over until I fucking remembered it nonstop in my head. Little diddly, people trying to get rid of me. Like it would just freaking, no matter what it was, the beat would go and I got it and I got it and I'd go and I wouldn't stop. Now, the reason I say that is because to anyone else, they would get fucking tired of that after fucking like not even a minute. They'd be like, what am I doing? I hate this shit. I want to do something else. Fuck this. It did not bother me. I did that every day for hours and hours every day. It didn't matter whether it was a weekday, a weekend, if it was raining, snowing, the holidays, it was Christmas, everyone's having a party or whatever upstairs, and I'm somewhere in a corner with my headphones on or near a beat thing, just always 24/7. I would write on I was so obsessed. I would write on napkins, paper. I would write on my shirt. I would write on my shoes. I'd write on my wife beaters with black pen. Like I would do anything that I could, literally, just so because of the fact that if I couldn't remember it, I would write it in my own chicken scratch language and then go back and try to my best by the way it looked or how it sounded to remember to trigger something in my head. Like, all right, this is what the rhyme was. This is what I thought of, or this. Because I was that obsessed with it. Mind you, I didn't have any place to record. I didn't have, at that time, the only thing that I did to express my talent and show people that I was good at it was when I was around my older cousins, who I looked at as my brothers because I don't have a brother, and I would rap the lyrics to impress them. It's things like that and I just did it for that reason. Over and over, day after day, it didn't bother me. You get what I'm saying? So when it's something like that, it's like you really care about it. You have to find something that you care about as much as that. Yo, Leonardo, what's going on? How did you pop up before? That's crazy. I don't know why it's going backwards. Yo, what's going on, Leonardo? I appreciate you for coming in, man. You get the for kicking it with us in the chat. You get the first POAP also. Remember, Leonardo claimed, if I'm not mistaken, he claimed 2 of them. No. You only claim 1. If you make your response that you answered public and you mention us, you'll be able to claim the second one for yesterday. That's another thing, man. A lot of videos will be going up, clips, shorts, and reels from the first podcast of this week, this podcast today. If you answer those, okay, from Monday to Friday, and you answer those and you mention clocking out, you'll still be able to qualify for that second POAP. Just in case. And again, the more POAPs you have, the better chance you have of winning. This week, there will be 3 live streaming POAPs. 1 for Monday, 1 for today, and 1 for Friday. There will also be 3 clocking out VeeFriends POAPs. 1 for Monday, 1 for today, and 1 for tomorrow. Those POAPs can be claimed after the live stream as long as you follow the instructions and you answer a question that is asked in that live stream related to that POAP, and you make sure that you mention or tag clocking out and you qualify to get it. It has to be public. You have to publicly just answer it. All right. That's all it is. If you go back to the live stream, to make it easier for you guys, I'm giving you guys all the sauce right now. If you go back, why is it deleting stuff? It deleted is YouTube still on? Yeah, YouTube is still on. I don't know why it's deleting comments. If you go back to the live streams and you go to the descriptions, there's timestamps in the descriptions that have the questions on there, so you can click it, or if not, you can just read it, check out the question, answer it in the comments under it, whether you're on X, whether you're on YouTube, whether you're on Twitch. It's all the same thing. You could click it, it'll jump, you go to it. Make sure that you mention or tag clocking out so we get the notification that you participated and that you answered the question. All right, that's the only way that we're going to know. And you have to keep it public. Make sure that you're following us or you're subscribed also. Either or. But we're trying to make it as easy as possible. I'm giving you guys all the opportunities. All the opportunities to win these freaking graded cards, man. Hold on. Let's stop this real. Hold on. Let me show y'all. Let me show you. Let me show you. There's so many. So many, guys. All right. Hold on. So I'm gonna show y'all a little bit real quick. I know we're getting off topic from the questions. Look, see, like we have right here. We have an inspiring alpaca, pristine 10, right? We have a patient pig from Meet Me in the Middle. 10, a lot of people have these. A lot of people don't. So if you're one of them that don't, you want to add this to your collection, we got that. See, these are just a few. We got an 8.5 Content Condor. Ah, come on. There you go. It doesn't want to show it on the stream. I don't know why it's being like that. It should. Oh, there we go. All right, but this is just a few. But we got 10s, we got 8s, we got 9s, we got 8.5s. What else do we got? We got a few little sneakies that I don't want to say nothing. Then we got some other ones that aren't graded that are actually pretty fucking fire, but we're gonna hide those for another time. But yes, just a little sneak peek. See, I see, but I gotta give these away, man. Y'all gotta come to the live. Y'all gotta participate. Y'all gotta tag. Y'all gotta mention. Y'all gotta share. Y'all be like, hey, I want this. Give it to me now. Like Leonardo was in my DM yesterday right after. He goes, yo, I'm here. Where's my part? I was like, I got you. But it's that easy, man. I don't make it that difficult. It's real easy. But anyway, so besides for what's stopping you from starting, man, let's get this on here. That's question 1. It's the first question, right? We're gonna put it on here. Here we go. What's stopping you from start? Why is it not showing up in the chat? What's going on right now? Am I still live? I am still live. Why is the chat not working for me right now? Oh man. I don't know what's going on, chat. All destinations. Why isn't it going to all? It should be going to all, and it's not. I don't know what's going on. I'm sorry, guys. The chat's acting up for me tonight. But yeah, that was the first question, right? So now the next one that we're gonna go to is what fear, or was it? Wait, what is? Oh, what the for as far as what's stopping you from starting your passion project, right? What was it? Was it fear of failure? Was it money? Is it time or other people's opinions, right? So we mentioned a few of them, and I mentioned that it was a lot of it as far as trying to start other things that was different from the music because I wasn't as cocky in it, but I had like ideas that I wanted to try out, like the podcast, for instance. It was supposed to be a mixtape. I turned it into a podcast because originally I set up like a whole little recording studio at the crib, and I was planning to just attract people to come here. We were going to work on projects and I was going to push out stuff, and then every artist that I would work with I was going to ask to work on one music track with me, and I was going to put them all together in a collection and make a project called Clocking Out. It was going to be a mixtape, my way of clocking out of that 9 to 5 that I hated to start making music. That was going to be the whole thing of the project. COVID hit, no one wanted to come near each other, so I switched it. And I'm like, fuck, I like no one wants to come and record or nothing like that. So what the fuck am I gonna do with all this shit? So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna start doing a podcast. At first, it was just about me clocking out and trying to. Then I thought about it. I was like, yo, COVID's happening. I'm really not making moves like that. Nothing's going on. I don't have anything interested to say. No one gives a fuck. Like, what the fuck? So I started having conversations with other people to see what they were doing, how they were working. And I started doing it through live streaming because we would want to record. And while we were recording, working on something, I would have a conversation with them and I'd have it recorded. And when I'd go back to edit the music, I'd have the conversation. So I'm like, damn, man, there's a lot of gems in here that I wish I could share with people. So then I started asking people like, yo, you cool with me sharing this conversation? Or like, yeah, go ahead. Then it just became that. I'm like, yo, we can't meet up with each other to do nothing, but we can try live. So I started live streaming with people. And then like one thing led to another and it just turned into what it is. So now like you have so many people, like I focus on the underdog, the people that feel like they're unseen, but they're putting a lot of work and effort and energy into what they truly have a passion for, what they truly believe in, and they have good intentions behind it. So I try my best to shed some light on those people because I'm one of those people myself, or at least I feel like I'm one of those people myself. I wish I would have had something like this, and in my mind, what I envision it to be or what it can be. I wish I had it when I was younger because I feel like it would have gave a lot more people an opportunity to just give somebody a shot that's really trying something. You know what I mean? It's like if Gary Vaynerchuk, because a lot of people that follow me and support me are from the V Friends community. If Gary V was to come out of nowhere and tell you like, yo, you should go and check this out, you're gonna go and check it out because it's Gary V. You've been following him long enough that you believe and you trust in his word. If he's backing something, you know it's for a reason. He's not just fucking talking out his ass. You get what I'm saying? So it's like I wanted it to be something like that, where if I was cocky enough, where people were believing in me behind the music. Originally, I was just focusing on music artists, and then I started changing it to like, yo, I just want to talk to independent artists in general. Period. I keep feeling like the mic has the buzzing thing. I gotta get a new cable. See? See, hold on. There we go. We're back on. We're good. All right. And yeah, so it's like that's that whole thing. I felt like if I could give people a place that could help them gain some more credibility behind whatever it is that they're doing, I wanted to do that. I don't like how this mic is acting up on me. Hello, hello. Are we back on? Hold on, let me make sure. Sorry, guys. I have to make sure. I don't know what's going on. For some reason, I keep getting all these different alerts and warnings and sounds and stuff. Um, but yeah, so one thing that really stopped me was just the fear of people judging me, which is why one thing that I did that helped me out is I made accounts for what I was trying to do, but I didn't add anyone that I knew personally. So I made an Instagram account, but I didn't add anyone that I knew personally. I made a X account, but I didn't add anyone that I knew personally. I made a Facebook account, didn't add anyone I knew personally. And I started from scratch and I just started posting content. And I only started focusing on the people that were liking or following other people that were creating content that I was trying to create, or things that I was trying to talk about, things related to the subject and the topic, like things like that. That's what I focused on when I was doing this. Why do I feel like my hair? I'm like really getting annoyed. Hold on. See, I don't like this. I don't like whatever. And that made me stop worrying about what I was posting, because I'm like, yo, as long as I'm staying true to what I'm talking about and I know I'm focusing on the people who have the same mindset or are looking for the same thing as me, I don't have to worry about people judging me. I don't have to worry about a friend of mine or a cousin or something being goofy and be like, oh, what are you doing? You look dumb, and like letting that discourage me. And then I don't go live or I don't post for a fucking week or a month or some shit. Like, I didn't want to be in that situation because I know I'm the type of person to overthink. So a lot of it was, you know what, I'm going to go live, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to make these accounts. And I knew the consistency that I needed, but I also knew what was going to come with it. And I wanted to make sure, because you can't control it. People are going to find it. It's now, and there's people personally at my job that find it. I'm a supervisor at my job. And so like a lot of people are regular employees, and they're going to be, oh, like you're doing this and that. And it's not to downplay whatever you're doing if you do live stream of content, but it's one of those things that you tend to overthink before you post or you share anything, because you know for a fact someone you know personally is in reach of you. You know that they're able to see you personally and make fun of you or say something or judge you. And it's okay when people do it and they can't reach you. You know what I mean? It's okay when you can hit mute or you can hit block, but it's not okay when you can't and you see them 24/7. And it's like that constant reminder, like you messed up or you fucked up or you did something that you're trying to forget or you're trying to improve on, and they won't let it go. You know what I mean? A lot of times that happens. A lot of times it's the other way around. And it's people that are literally doing nothing but showering you with your praise of like, yo, you did a good job. You keep it up. I like what you're doing. Put in the work. You'll get there. Like, you know what I'm saying? They're motivating you, but it's hard. It's a 50-50 to really know if you're going to get that. But if you really know off the rip that it's not going to be that way and that it's going to be more negative than anything, and you kind of don't want to let that discourage you, then don't let it discourage. Don't let it discourage you. And focus on making sure that you put yourself in a position where you feel confident, you feel comfortable, and you can keep doing what you have to do without having to worry like if someone's gonna look at what you're doing or judge what you're doing in some type of way and make fun of you or discourage you, or like you shouldn't have to worry about it. You already have enough people that are just gonna randomly come across your stuff and say something. So like for you to overthink it, you know what I mean, or let that be the reason to hold you back, it's just dumb. So I know that, along with things like I mentioned that because that's the way I overcame worrying about being judged by people. I just made accounts and I focused on the people who were just following similar things that I was trying to make, or that I thought that I like fell in line of what I was doing. Right. That's the one thing as far as judging people. When it came to the whole thing about money, sometimes we feel like money's the thing that's stopping us. I really thought money was the thing that was stopping me from recording music and putting it on iTunes and things like that. A lot of people hear the project and they don't even know that half of it wasn't even done in an actual official, like exclusive recording studio. Half of it was done in there. And then I got into this fallout with the guy at the studio to where he kept thinking I was trying to, like, I don't know, screw them over on the project or what we were doing when it was my project, and thought he wasn't going to get paid the way he was supposed to and all that. And everyone else like understood and knew, and he was just real, like he wanted it done a certain way. And this person didn't understand that I'm the one in charge. Again, I was very young, and a lot of people didn't like that I was young and I was in this position of being able to do things the way I did it, and they didn't like it. So they were trying to take advantage of the fact that I was young, thinking I was real dumb, and I wasn't. And so when I set very firm rules and guidelines of how things were going to done and how and the way people were going to get paid, everyone agreed to it at first because it was all fine and dandy. And then when it came time for them to be patient, to wait for certain things, everyone else was cool with it. But there were certain people, only a handful, probably like 1 or 2, that weren't cool with it, that led to them not being a part of the project. And then once they saw it was finished and how everyone else got paid and they got this and that, they were regretting it, trying to get back. And I was like, nah. And I mean, and because of that, that led me not wanting, like, I had all rights. I rented out an entire, it was a 3-floor studio with a full video and photo shoot studio thing downstairs in the basement. And I rented the whole entire thing for a month. So anyone who did music there would have to pay me to rent the studio. Like I rented out the whole thing, and so I could do whatever I wanted for a month. It was like my playground. And I thought I couldn't do that. And I did that. How? Because I saved up money. And at first I was in a position where it was going to take me a long time to do it. But then I got put in a position where I can start doing club promoting. I was able to take some money that I had, put it into the club promoting, to do some events, to pay for some artists to come on, promote the events, and double my money that I made. It wasn't a lot of money, but it was sufficient enough to where I was able to take all that along with the money I was making from my regular job, and I put it in to do a project. And that's how I did it. It took a while, but again, I was in a position where I had a good amount of money to put it into something, to flip it, to double it, to make more, to do something else. And that's what I did. And with that, I bought my time. I bought, and what do I mean? I knew it took time to go and record or learn how to record and everything myself. So I went and I got myself a dedicated engineer. Went and got myself dedicated producers and beat makers and all for just the project. I wanted to make sure there wasn't an excuse that if I wanted to record, I didn't have a place because it was booked or nothing. So I went and got the place. Like all those things I took into play as far as how the big labels were doing it. And I made a list and I put myself in the position to check everything off the list. And I did. And I did my album, my first and only album that I've done, because other than that, I've just done mixtapes, and it's PR the King of Hearts. Subtitle, PR the King of Hearts. I got it. I got like physical copies, so I'm gonna show y'all one day. It's like a little exclusive shit. I don't got a beard or nothing, but I'm on there. You know what I mean? And again, it was something that when I was younger, it's now, and I feel like I come up with excuses. When I was younger, anytime I came up with an excuse, it wasn't an excuse. It was like a task to try and like overcome and do. I don't have money. Okay, find the money. You didn't have the connections. All right, make the connections. Who do I need to talk to? How can I get in reach with them? What do I got to do to, you know what I mean? And it's little by little, it just started getting me into the position of where I wanted to be, to get where I wanted to do, get what I needed to do done. And but yeah, so do you remember the exact moment when you said I'll do it tomorrow and you didn't? Because I do. I remember that. We say that a lot. We all say that a lot. We all, I'm gonna do it tomorrow. I'm gonna do it tomorrow. You get a great idea late at night, you're laying down, you're like, oh, I can't wait to do that tomorrow. For what? Get the fuck up. Go do it. Do it now. 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 Stop this bullshit of I'll do it tomorrow. Do it now. Do it now. Drop one word that describes fear, or that describes the fear that stopped you before, and now it's something that actually fuels you. If you're in the chat and you're active right now, drop a word that describes the fear that stopped you before, and now it's the one thing that motivates you and keeps you going forward. I would say mine is just doubt. The doubt of myself. The doubt of myself that I would be able to attract people to come and listen to what I was saying. The doubt that I would be able to attract people in what I was doing, for them to stop and look and pay attention to me, even if it was for a minute. The doubt that anyone would give a fuck. Doubt. That's my one word, doubt. A lot of us had that. A lot of us had that. But, you know, we get over it. And then the next segment, right, what we're going to be moving on to is the judgment trap. How do you deal with friends or family not supporting your goals? And I've mentioned this before, like another way to do it on social media is just to create accounts and just don't add them personally. Don't let them know about it. Again, it's the internet. It's the internet, so don't be surprised when they find you. What happened here? It's the internet, so don't be surprised. Oh shit. Am I lagging? Nah. I thought I was lagging. Nah, I'm not lagging. I'm good. I'm sorry, guys. I was just checking. I saw that I froze on certain screens and it's not that. But a lot of people tend to forget that whatever they do, and I say this in two ways. One, not if you're trying to hide, but regardless of whether you have good intentions behind people not seeing what you're doing online because it's a thing that you don't want to get judged, you have to understand that they're going to find you. Right now, it's to the point that you can literally you can screenshot something and go on Google and do image search, and it'll backtrack the image and it'll show where that image or video or whatever it is posted online. Like if someone posts a video on their Instagram, you can freeze it, take a screenshot, go on Google, and it'll find where that image of that still from that video is posted. And if it's more than one place, it'll find it. Sometimes it takes a little effort, but it'll find it. It'll do it. If you put up a certain post, comment, reply, saying something, it's easy to copy and paste and find it. ChatGPT, like this, there's so many things, man. There's so many things. So at the end of the day, it's really not about hiding, but it's about just holding back a little bit until you feel ready and prepared and confident enough to present it to anybody, to the point where it doesn't matter what they say or do. It's not gonna affect how you're going about it or what you're doing. It's not gonna stop you. Give me a second. I gotta take a drink of water. Relax. You can't even see the water. Oh, there it is. Once again, I want to take a moment to stop and give a shout out to everyone who's tuning in. We have 40 people tuning in on X. We have 2 people on YouTube, and we have 3 people on Twitch. Thank you guys so much for coming and kicking it with us. I truly appreciate it. Again, if you would like to claim a POAP for being live, for being on the live stream, all you have to do is interact in the chat, and I'll make sure to swing a link your way. Make sure that you're following and subscribe to Clocking Out, please. If not, I cannot send you a message. And that kind of makes things difficult for me. Also, I've been giving away randomly. If you ever see me post up what size you wear, comment, because you could just randomly get a hoodie, a shirt, a hat, some size, I don't know, something from clockingout.net randomly. I've been doing that randomly and blessing people with some hoodies and stuff. I might do it again this week, just in case. And everyone's received all this stuff. And also a shout out to everyone who's been shopping at clockingout.net. Thank you guys so much. I know we've been having some issues with tracking numbers and everything. At least I had the issue with at least 4 people, but it was sorted out. It was taken care of. They all received their packages along with 3 other people that I randomly wanted to bless and just send over some hoodies. Glad that you guys got it. Glad that you guys like it. Thank you guys so much for showing love and support. Back to the questions. The judgment trap, right? How do you deal with it? And that, like, when you're the whole thing of fearing judgment from friends and family, like, that's one thing you could do on social media, but at the end of the day, they're gonna find out. So it's like, how comfortable are you with what you're doing? You know, at the end of the day, you got people doing OnlyFans, which is like, don't get me wrong, I don't knock the hustle, but it's like, again, you have to be okay knowing that anyone has access to that at any point for whatever price it is, or even for free, because you could literally now, I don't know how OnlyFans makes money, you can literally get access to those accounts for free. I don't have it or nothing like that, but I've seen it's everything, even from the adult sites, even from any, like, even a person's private Instagram account, like all that. There's ways to get past all that stuff if they really wanted to. And it's a lot cheaper than paying for a subscription. Like, you could pay someone to do it. You could pay a site to go past the blocking wall. Like, there's a lot of shit now that you could do if you really have the patience and you really wanted to try and do it. So it's like, knowing that that's out there, there's really nothing stopping anyone from really knowing what you're doing, who you are, where you're at. And it's like, are you just comfortable with that? Comfortable that they're going to know that you're the guy sharing stories about collecting stamps or collecting cards, or like, you know what I'm saying? It's a whole bunch of different things, but it's at the end of the day, it's just how comfortable are you with it, you know? And if you don't care, don't care. Go on there, do you, put your stuff up, and then don't care about who's supporting you and who's not supporting you. Only focus on the ones who actually are. That's what I'll say when it comes to that. You know what I'm saying? Now, do you ever hide your dreams from people close to you? Again, this falls in line with family and friends. And I say, I think people pick and choose. I think we pick and choose. I feel like we all got that family member that we tell everything to, and we got another, and then we got a group or a specific amount of people that we like to not associate ourselves with so much, and like we only say hi and bye and keep it moving, and we don't try to keep it further than that because we never see anything good come from it, or it drains us. It drains us of our energy. That's another thing. We got to focus on that too. We got to protect our energy. We got to make sure people ain't draining us of our energy. Shit is valuable, especially nowadays. If you're getting older, man, you can't be out there giving everybody all your good vibes and shit, man. You gotta save that for yourself. You got aliens coming and all the aliens. We gotta do a podcast about the aliens. Shout out to everyone tuning in. We hit 52. We got 52 people chilling and kicking it with us. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I truly appreciate it. Please make sure that you are following and that you are subscribed. Interact in the chat, and you can claim today's live stream POAP. If not, I understand. You don't have to. It's okay. It's cool. After the live stream, you can still claim POAP number 2 by answering a question that was asked during the live stream in the comment section of wherever you are viewing the live stream, whether it's Twitch, whether it's X, whether it's YouTube. Make sure that you just mention clocking out or tag clocking out so that we get the notification and that you can get the credit for it. And we can send you the link. All right. But yes. So did you ever hide your dreams from people close to, like, I'm not going to lie. In the beginning, I did somewhat a little bit, but then after it started getting out there, like I started being known for the guy that raps. I was a kid that rapped. I was they called me the Puerto Rican Eminem. That was me. And I took pride in that, and I loved it. I loved it. And so I didn't hide anything, but when I started changing or I wanted to try different things, I guess I hid it a little bit because I didn't want anyone to be like, see, he's doing something else, or to feel like I didn't take music serious anymore and have it devalue what I did for music. You know what I mean? So I think in that sense, yeah, I kind of hid it, but not really. What do you think is worse? Okay, being judged for trying or being ignored for doing nothing? That is fucking crazy. That's a rough one. That is a rough one. What is worse, being judged for trying or being ignored for doing nothing? I think it's worse to be ignored for doing nothing because it would bother me at the fact that I would want to complain about it. But at the end of the day, like, you did nothing. So what the fuck? Shut the fuck up. So I'd rather try, and I'd rather, like I always say, like, if anyone's going to hate me, I'd rather you hate me for being me than for some other bullshit. So if it's something that I did it for a reason. If you hate me, you have all the right because it's me. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to convince you otherwise. I am who I am. Take me or leave it. And it's the same for what I can and can't do. If I could do it, I'm going to try my best. And if I suck at it, okay, tell me I suck at it after I tried. But if I haven't tried it, you haven't given me the chance, or you haven't given me what's necessary in order for me to have a proper opportunity at giving it a chance the right way, then, you know what I'm saying, you or me, we can't complain because I didn't try. To try, you really got to try everything. You got to make sure that you give it a shot. But if it's something that you know, we all know from the beginning of trying anything, we all know for a fact whether we really care about it or if we don't. So there's like, why waste your time, right? But if it's something that you have to do, you do it at your best ability, not just to get it over with, but because you have to do it. What's right is right. So you do what's right because it's right and no other reason, period. Whether it's finishing a job, starting something, whatever. If you have to do it, you do it. You do it the right way because you have to. That's it. Point blank, period. You know what I mean? But when it comes to like whether it's worse or not, man, like I got to be honest with you. Like I said, I think it's worst being ignored. Think about it. Like when you're in a relationship and you break up with the other person, there's nothing, or you break up or they break up with you, or there's nothing worse than fucking being ignored. There's nothing worse than that. They don't answer your text. They don't call you. You don't know what the fuck happened. Like, it's a fucking mind fuck. You're like, wow, no. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're fucking losing your shit. But it's like that. Yeah. So that's my choice on that. You guys let me know. What do you think is worse? Being judged for trying or being ignored for doing nothing? Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Make sure that you mention and tag Clocking Out. Oh, man. I think I'm going to call it a night. We're about to hit an hour. I do appreciate Robert. Shout out to you, my man. You followed me on YouTube, so you're definitely going to get a POAP. You participated in the chat. Bar Locker, shout out to you, my man. I can't wait to do it. We're going to be doing something. I think I might just hit you up and do it with you. If not, I might just do it randomly, and if you see it, you see it. And we're going to be giving away some of your cards also as well. I'm definitely going to do some POAPs. We're going to do it the same way we do it here. 2 POAPs, one for the live and, one for off the fact, or, we'll see how we go about it. I got a bunch of little things that I bought from different people and different content creators, different artists that are in the community, that are in the collection vault, that are meant to be given away, and they will be. It's just, working up the build up, getting people to come and chill and hang. I do appreciate the love. We got 52 people chilling with us right now. I love y'all. Thank y'all. Make sure that you're following. Make sure that you're subscribed. I'm just kidding. I truly appreciate it. Make sure they go check out clockingout.net. Again, if you did not make it to the live stream, it's all good. Trust me, I understand. There's so much going on, so many other different live streams and content creators you want to go show love and support to. It's all good. I got it. I get it. But I got you. We got a second POAP. All you have to do is respond in a comment or post publicly to one of the questions that we asked during the live stream, okay? I'm even going to go through them one more time with you before I get out of here. And make sure that you make sure that you tag or mention Clocking Out so that we get the notification. You get the credit. We can send you a link so you can claim the second POAP for Clocking Out VeeFriends giveaway that we're going to be doing at the end of this week. We go live Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Twitch, on YouTube, and X, and sometimes on Kick. But not today. Not today. Kick is acting a little funny some reason. I don't know what's going on. We got to figure that out. Anyway, the questions that we did was question 1. What stopped you from starting your passion project sooner? Question 2. No, actually, no. We're going to make this question. Question 2. Do you remember the exact moment when you said, I'll do it tomorrow? Question 3. What's worse, being judged for trying or being ignored for doing nothing? Those are your 3 questions that I'm going to give you guys. We asked more, but those are the 3 that I picked that you guys can choose from to answer in a public post or in the comments below to wherever you are watching this live stream. Make sure that you tag and mention Clocking Out, and you will get the credit to claim the second POAP of Clocking Out VeeFriends POAP giveaway. And yeah, I love you guys. Thank y'all for coming and kicking it with me once again. I truly appreciate the love and support. I hope you all have a great night. Stay focused, stay positive, stay motivated, and keep shit moving forward. Stay safe. I love y'all. Peace.